We begin our look at sports out at the Garden, where 30 points from Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards is enough to spoil the homecoming for Mo Harkless, the Queens native, now with the Knicks. With both teams moving into the All-Star break that's going to be in Chicago this weekend, Beal talked about being snubbed and also how much he just loves playing at the world's most famous arena.
It's the Garden, you know, you just kind of automatically get hyped for that. We're just going to continue to take off, man. We're in a good position, like I said before. But the fact that we're getting guys back from injuries and things like that, acclimating them, you know, slowly but surely is great too. You know, everybody's getting the rhythm. Before you know it, you know, we'll be making that final push, and it's going to require everybody.
We moved the ball. I just kept telling the guys, just keep focusing on the defense, play the right way, and you will get rewarded. Eventually, our offense will start falling for us and coming around. We'll get to the free throw line and start making some of those free throws. But it was good play. All of our guys stepped up and played hard and played well.
Meanwhile, Harkless, a former St. John's star, still feels giddy when he's out on the hardwood at MSG.
It was pretty cool, honestly. You know, it's something I kind of dreamed about as a kid, so to be able to come out here and do it was pretty crazy. Being from New York is, you know, like I said, it's a dream come true.
Does the Garden still evoke that feeling of nostalgia for you when you're out there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, every time you step foot on this floor, it's like it's a great feeling, it's great energy. That organ in the background, I love that. It's cool. So yeah, it definitely does.
With 27 games to go in the season, the Knicks now sitting at 17-38 after a 114-96 home loss to the equally lowly Wizards. Miller has done a pretty good job, but it still may not translate to going from interim head coach to actual head coach next season. We had reported previously that the Knicks had hired a marketing company to help rebrand the team. The Knicks rebrand already needs a rebrand. The new brand consultant made it seem like there's no way Miller stays as coach next season. Hours after that comment, the Knicks released a statement declaring that their new brand consultant doesn't speak for the organization. Yeah. The NBA has hit the All-Star break. That was the final game for the Knicks before the league celebrates its stars in Chicago this weekend, and that includes All-Star Saturday night, the three-point contest and dunk contests, and the big game on Sunday. Although the Knicks weren't winners to close the first half, the Brooklyn Nets put together a fine victory on Wednesday night. For his team to beat the Toronto Raptors, who were riding a formidable winning streak, Nets coach Kenny Atkinson said that Brooklyn's effort and complete level has got to be 2 levels higher than normal. And it was. The Nets topped the Raptors 101-91 and snapped Toronto's 15-game winning streak on Wednesday night in the BK. Brooklyn's win came only 4 nights after the Nets lost by 1 point to the Raptors in Canada. The Nets enter the All-Star break having won 7 of their past 10 games for a 25-28 overall record, and Kevin Durant was practicing this past week. Very interesting for the Nets. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. Alex Ovechkin still has 698 career goals. The Washington Capitals return to their winning ways with a 3-2 come-from-behind victory against the Colorado Avalanche Thursday night, but still no milestone for Ovi. He'll get 700, I'm sure, very soon, and he may very well be the greatest goal scorer in NHL history. Hot take there. Mika Zibanejad scored with 106 to play in regulation to send it into overtime, and then had a goal in the shootout, helping the New York Rangers erase a 2-goal deficit in the third period, and they beat Minnesota 4-3 on Thursday night. 3-game winning streak. The Broadway Blue Shirts are right back at it tonight in Columbus. 7 p.m. puck drop there. Rangers have 3 really good goalies to boot, and King Henrik may no longer be the best of that bunch. Going to be interesting to see how this shakes out the rest of the season for the Rangers. Craig Smith scored 3 times, and the Nashville Predators beat the New York Islanders 5-0 last night. The Isles will be in Las Vegas to take on the Golden Knights tomorrow. And Wayne Simmons scored twice in a 4-goal third-period outburst as the New Jersey Devils rallied to beat the Detroit Red Wings 4-1 on Thursday night. The Devils are in Carolina tonight. Next week, LA will have a public memorial for Kobe Bryant. This week, another legend paid tribute to Kobe in only the way that he could. You can't ask for a better start to a tournament than the one Tiger Woods drew up in the opening round of Genesis. An eagle on the par 5 first hole gave him an immediate boost, and amid a flurry of tributes to Kobe, it was fitting that it was his first putt of the day, and it was exactly 24 feet 8 inches. It's ironic, isn't it? Woods said, referring to Kobe's 2 retired numbers, 8 and 24. Pretty cool. Phoenix Suns guard Devin Booker will replace the injured Dame Lillard in this weekend's NBA All-Star Game and three-point contest. The NBA named Booker as Lillard's replacement on Thursday, one day after the Portland Trailblazers star suffered a right groin strain. Not snubbed after all. About time for Booker. The LA Lakers and Milwaukee Bucks head into the All-Star break as the favorites to win the NBA title at sportsbooks around the nation. The Lakers are plus 180 to win the title at Caesars Sportsbook, followed by the Bucks at plus 275. The LA Clippers are at 325 as the only other team with single-digit odds at most sports books. More than twice as much money has been bet on the Lakers to win the title than any other team at Caesars. Feel the same way here. One day after being reinstated from the NFL, Cleveland Browns' Myles Garrett, doubled down that Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Mason Rudolph said a racial slur that sparked something in him to retaliate this past season in an ugly scene on the NFL gridiron. Colin Kaepernick, who sparked a national debate when he protested against racial injustice by kneeling during the U.S. national anthem, will publish a memoir later this year, the former NFL quarterback announced on Thursday. Spring training back in the headlines this week. Two of the Houston Astros top hitters, third baseman Alex Bregman and second baseman Jose Altuve, issued apologies for their role in a sign-stealing plot that led to the dismissal of manager A.J. Hinch and general manager Jeff Luhnow. Apologies seemed rather empty. But the kicker was the team owner. Astros owner Jim Crane said on Thursday that the sign-stealing plot that was in place during their World Series winning 2017 season did not impact games, even as his players apologized for the scheme. Unreal. Meanwhile, the Yankees and Astros traded barbs over the recent sign-stealing scandal, but the Bronx Bombers were feeling great about the competitive edge they grabbed this winter by signing away Houston's hard-throwing hurler, Garrett Cole. Man, he looks like a stud in pinstripes. Rena, I'm in love on Valentine's. Garrett has my heart. The Daytona 500 is this weekend, folks. NASCAR is back. President Donald Trump will attend the 500 on Sunday. The president of Daytona International Speedway confirmed yesterday. The 2020 Chinese Grand Prix, which had been scheduled for April 17th through the 19th, has been postponed as a result of the coronavirus outbreak. Figured that would happen. The outbreak won't have an impact on the Olympics, though. That's the message from the International Olympic Committee at the start of a two-day meeting with organizers of the 2020 Games in Tokyo. Those are the headlines. With love in the air, we hit the C-list for a group of individuals that don't deserve any this Friday morning. Happy Valentine's Day, unless, of course, you are the Houston Astros. We're 6 weeks out from opening day, and yet we're talking about them again, cheaters. Houston's line of reasoning goes something like this. Yes, we stole signs, and yes, it gave us a bit of an advantage, but no, it didn't help us win the World Series. After Thursday's presser, baseball must strip the Astros of their 2017 World Series title. They altered the competitive fabric of the game. They admitted to it, open and shut case there. It's not like we haven't seen teams get stripped of their titles before, albeit more in other sports. Probably won't happen, even if it should. If Houston's going to keep its flag, it's up to the rest of us to place an asterisk onto it with glee and gusto, giving, some booing love to the Astros this holiday season. It's simple. If you love America's pastime, boo the Astros. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C.